Everybody, this is Carla from Juneau, Alaska. Um, so much has happened. I guess I'll just skip all that and just move on to, no, I can't. Okay, so you know how I like to travel around and visit the stitchers that I meet online and all that wonderful good stuff. Well, um, last week I was going down to the Nugget Mall here in Juneau. We do have two tiny little malls, which would be considered, I guess, strip malls in larger cities. So our malls are very, like, tiny. But the Nugget Mall is the bigger one. I'm not even sure how to describe it. Anyway, it's one city block long. How's that? So I was going there so that I could meet Christine, who just happens to be a local stitcher. And I am so sad by the fact that I meet her right before I'm leaving. I wish I had met her 10 years ago. I would have had a stitching buddy, and we probably would have more stitching buddies. But it was such a joy to meet her. I'll tell you what, I'm such a dork. I was like dorking, being myself, basically. Oh, and I apologize for the weird echo in here, but Nerd Central Command has been emptied. It is now devoid of everything but the stuff you see behind me there. It's getting real down in the hood. Um, what do we have? We have a month and a half. A month and a half. Not even a month and a half. A month and 10 days until the big day when I move. So that's very exciting and terrifying all at the same time. But anyway, so I went to meet Christine, and she was at work, and I don't like bothering people at work, but you know, this was a special treat. And so I took down while I had been packing the Nerd Central Command and getting it staged in the living room and everything. I had gone through my stash one more time because I figured if I was going to go down there and meet her right before I leave, I should give her, you know, some gifts that are from my stash. And I ended up giving her two fully kitted things, and one was a Mirabilia and one is a Lizzie Kate. So if you follow her on Instagram, she is CMD586. I know she has like a billion followers, but CMD586, that's Christine here in Juneau, and you could see her project because I guess the second she got her hands on that Mirabilia, she started it. And she sent me a text telling me that, you know, she changed the fabric. She's doing it on Haunted, and it looks gorgeous. So if you're on Instagram and you want to go see what she's doing, you can go check that out because that woman, I don't think she's sleeping. She's just stitching because that was last week when I met her. Yeah. So a week ago, and she's halfway done. She went crazy. And I know you're watching this, Christine, so And just like anyone else, that seems to be some of my more special stitching friends out there. I don't think I have one stitching friend that is as tall as I am. And I'm not really like tall. I think I'm average, but apparently average is 5'2" to 5'4". And Christine is teeny too. So she's just absolutely adorable and fits right in with the rest of the girls that I know and love that are teeny. That just makes them so cute. You just want to take the little cheeks. Anyway, so I gave her the gifts, and of course she freaked out because, you know, Mirabilia and Halloween. She's a big fan of it. But she actually gave me two beautiful gifts. I didn't even know she was going to do this. She didn't know I was going to do it, and it was just so wonderful that she would do this. And it's funny, she gave these to me because I had been looking at these when I was at Be Stitched in Phoenix. And the first one is, it's a Threadworks color 11383, and it's a over-dyed blue. I don't know if you can, let's see if I can, there we go. How's that? Oh yeah, shows up real good on the black wristband, right? Brace, wrist brace. There we go. On there, and then here's a lighter one that has kind of a, I don't know, it's starting to tend more towards a aqua. Well, no, it's lighter. So this would be the two darker shades of blue, this one, and then the 11382 is tending towards the lighter blues, as you can see. So I'll put them side by side. And she gave these to me. Why, you can't tell the difference? Oh, there you go. Okay. So she gave these to me, and she told me that these are the two colors that she's using on her Death by Cross Stitch pattern. And if you're not familiar with what Death by Cross Stitch pattern is, it's a long dog sampler, and it's gorgeous. I now know personally 3 people that are stitching it, and it's beautiful. One is in red. I've seen this one now in blue because I had to go look and see what Christine's looks like, and it's beautiful. So, oh my gosh. So, these are now mine. And I was thinking about ink circles for these because I have 2 patterns. I found another one when I was digging through my stash. I was like, where do they keep coming from? They're multiplying, but you know, that was part of that, oh, I don't know, buying and hoarding problem I had. And you know, there were a bunch of things in there that I had forgotten I had, and I don't really have that much stash anymore because I really downsized. And yet things still appear like magic. So I would like to clarify that it has been almost 2 months since I have cross-stitched. Yes. I think about it every day, though. I haven't even watched Floss Tube. It makes me wonder if that is a symptom. No. I think because I'm not cross-stitching, I'm kind of sad. Sad. So, after digging through everything and packing it the other day, I made a decision because I'm almost done packing. I just have to finish packing. I did the bathroom yesterday. That's easy. I just need to finish packing the kitchen. Once that's done, the stuff that's left in the kitchen will be the stuff that I'm taking with me. The other stuff is my daughter's. And then I will have nothing but time to stitch. And that's exciting. However, I am going down to California this week to a family reunion in Pismo Beach, and I did look online. The closest needlework or cross-stitch store is an hour and a half away. It's south of Pismo Beach, and and right at this very moment, as per usual, I don't remember where it was. So if you guys Google it, then you'll know, and maybe you can tell me in the comments below, because I'll probably forget to look it up again. But I thought I could take something teensy with me because my brother is going to be traveling with me, and he wants to listen to audiobooks on the airplane. And I thought, well, I could be cross-stitching while I'm doing that. So I dug up if you've followed me on Instagram, you would have seen this before, and I have shown this here. I'm making 2 biscornu, that's the front. The back, is the back different? Yes, the back is different. I've only been looking at this pattern for so long now. Anyway, I'm making 2 biscornu. One is for me, of course, because I absolutely love orange, and this is like the burning sun right here. And the second one is, why is that in there? The second one is for the creator of the pattern, and that's Magical. So she made the pattern especially for me, and I am confident I have mentioned that before. So let's repeat myself over and over again, right? So I'm going to take this down with me. It's small, it's easy, and I'm pretty sure that at some point I might have a minute other than on an airplane to maybe do some stitching down by the beach. That's right. I'm kind of staying in a posh hotel by the beach. My room, which has a king-size bed and all the amenities, has a chair right by the window. Yes, so let me gush on about that for a while. Actually, the only reason I can stay there is because my cousin must know the owner or the manager or something, and he managed to get everyone in the family who's going to stay there a 15% discount voucher coupon thing. So doesn't matter because we're going to be there. And then whilst digging around, I thought now would be a real good time to figure out the fabrics. Now don't forget, everyone, August 15th is our start date for Carla and Lenore's Halloween Stitch Along. That's on Facebook. I will link it down below. You were probably thinking months ago when we announced it that I've got plenty of time to decide if I'm going to join. No, now is the time. Do it now. So, you know, we're going to be doing Satsuma Street's Halloween Cat. And okay, so you see how this is dark, right? And then the other one I'm doing is the Happy Halloween Pillow. The third pattern is We're All Dead Here. And I don't know if I'm going to do that one yet because I can't really think of anything I'd want to make with it. Maybe an ornament or like a stuffed ornament pillow thing like I did with my cats, which I don't remember if I even ever showed anyone that. Someday I'll have to show you all the Halloween cross stitch I've done. But that's for next year or sometime when I remember. Maybe at Halloween. I don't know. Anyway, so this one has the white. This one has like that blue jean fabric, whatever that is. Well, I decided to go opposites. I'm going to use, what is this called? Oh, it's 28 count Lugana Crystal Meditation from Picture This Plus. But look at that. I think those colors will just pop right on there. I think they'll be beautiful. And it's kind of, I don't know. I think it's gorgeous and it's going to work just fine. And then you're going to question that decision when I show you that for Happy Halloween pillow, I'm going to be using 28 count Lugana French Lilac. And you're going to say, why? Are you crazy? maybe. But here's what I've come up with. Because I went and purchased some beautiful Krennic at Be Stitched in Phoenix when I was down there, there is a purple square there with a P in it. P is for purple. See that right there? Okay, that right there. I'm gonna put Krennic in there. And if I can convert maybe one or two other squares with Krennic just to give it a little wham, I will. Maybe one of the green ones, I don't know. I haven't decided. But I thought that would be fun. Watch it bling right off here, or because this is why I know you're thinking I'm crazy, I could very easily exchange fabrics and do the Happy Halloween on this one, on the kitty on here. But for now, those are my decisions because I have to do everything backwards, regardless of what anyone suggests. I'm just saying, because I guess it's how I roll. What movie was that where the guy had to do everything? Oh, wait, Big Man, Little Man. Where the guy, he did everything backwards, where he'd wash in the water and then you're supposed to scrub with sand and then wash in the water, and he would go wash in the water and scrub with sand. And then he was fine. But so I figured since I'm going to have this, oh my gosh, month, well, when I get back from the family reunion, it'll be a teensy bit over a month. I should get busy and start working on this again. This was last year's Halloween stitch along, but life was happening, health was deteriorating, and I just stopped. But let me explain something here while I have it out, and in case I didn't explain this before, because I know I've pointed this out. I don't like owls, okay? If you've ever seen the movie The Fourth Kind, you'll know why. And ever since then, it just kind of creeps me out. Owls in general. I used to feel they were adorable. I've even drawn a tattoo, as my friend Nancy can attest to. I've drawn a tattoo. It's on somebody's body. They're walking around with it right now. I drew an owl. But it was like shortly after I did the tattoo that I saw the movie, and just as time went by, it creeps me out even more. And sometimes I get nauseous just thinking about it, because the whole concept behind the movie, it could happen. It's probably happening right now. And in case you didn't know, owls are aliens put on this earth to do horrible things to human beings in their sleep. Okay, so this right here, where this little bird is, that was an owl. And I decided, because it's Halloween, and just in case you didn't know, ravens do not have a yellow beak or yellow legs. They're all black. Beak to toe, or claw in this case, beak to claw, they are black. Even their eyes are black. Black, 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 black. And they're huge. But I thought I would do this because it's Halloween. Let's have some fun with it, right? I mean, what are these, gravestones? I forget what's on the pattern. Why would gravestones be a moldy green? I don't understand, but whatever. Unless those are the zombies. I haven't looked at the pattern in a really long time. Anywho, now there's this section that's down below that. Darn you, needle, stay on the minder. Okay, so when I get to it, see the section now down in I replaced that owl with a raven, and down here I believe there's a witch with a broom, and on the broom is another freaking owl. I'm going to replace that with a black cat, just so you know. And it blended right in perfectly, and the cat will too. I think a cat's more appropriate than a stupid owl anyway. And it just further proves my point. You like how I point with my gimpy hand? Why are owls all part of Scary Halloween anyway? Think about that and tell me that doesn't creep you out now. I'm not trying to, start a deep discussion about the concept of owls and Halloween, but history has shown them to be kind of creepy and people are afraid of them. So there's a reason for that. I'm just saying. Anyway, so I'm going to try really, 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 really hard to get this done before the start of this year's Halloween sale so that it can be finished. I feel really bad because, I usually do get my Halloween patterns done before Halloween every year, but last year was an exception. This year will be super easy because Lenore was kind to us and she chose some very pretty, easy patterns. Well, we say easy now. I mean, after the Easter Bunny incident, with all the ripping, the restitching. Oh, wait, let's rip that again. Oh, that was annoying. Anyway, so, I should finish talking about this. So I want to get this done. So I'll have hopefully plenty of time in July to stitch on this. And then I'm going to be on the ferry for 4 days. There's nowhere to go on the ferry except out on deck. Oh, I could go fore, I could go aft, I could go starboard, I could go port. The choices are not endless. So I'm going to find a nice place to sit by a window somewhere and stitch, and I'm very hopeful that it won't be very crowded. Otherwise, I'll be reduced to being in my cabin. I have a 4-berth cabin that I'm sharing with my children, and that's going to be fun. Actually, it will be fun. Cozy comfort. My children, I know they want to be close to me, and what better way to be close to your children than in a tiny, tiny 4-bunk cabin? I feel sorry for them. Oh, they have to live with me. It's so great. Anyway, I'm going to work on this on the ferry, and once we get up the ferry, we're going to be in Seattle for 2 days, and my daughter and I are going to take my son and his fiance down to Pike Place because that was so much fun the first time. Super crowded, but I'm thinking it won't be as crowded this time. I'm hopeful. I mean, it's a huge city with billions of people. You never know. Anyway, we'll try that. And then my son and his fiance fly back on that Sunday, and because my daughter and I are going to be in a U-Haul, she has opted to take a road trip with me. Trapped for a few days in the cabin of a U-Haul. The torturous ideas I have are endless. But we're going to travel across country, and since I'm old and I like to take my time and dawdle around, we'll probably end up getting to hotels early enough to where I can work on this some more. But, that's all wishful thinking. We all know how it works. Unless we travel a lot and all the time. We don't really have a set way of getting it done. But I'm going to try super hard to get this done before I even get on the ferry. Just what I have to say about that. So I think this way, next time I do a floss tube video or what have you, I will have something to update you with, because I think it's been forever since I have updated you with anything other than my travel plans. But I can't wait to get to Colorado and give you all a tour of my fifth wheel, because you guys are just going to die. It's lovely. And I spent less on this fifth wheel than I would have if I had had somebody build my tiny house. And with the fifth wheel, because it is a Montana Mountaineer, it has that extra better insulation for year round. And also anything I want to change in there, I can, and it won't be too hard. So I'm just so excited. Yeah. Oh, I forgot. Let's do this. Da 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 da. Oh, right in. Yeah, here we go. I think I'm gonna wear this on the ferry because the ferry departs Juneau at like 12:30 in the morning, so it'll be really dark. Well, okay, sort of dark because we're in Alaska. It's summertime. Ta-ta, Juneau and Douglas. Ta-ta. And everyone will see me as I go by with my blinky lights. Anyway, you know, if you think about doing something that is completely ridiculous but sounds so fun in your mind, I suggest you do it, as long as it's legal and doesn't hurt anybody. I don't think blinky lights will hurt anybody, so anyway. That is all I have today, and like I said earlier at the beginning of this video, go see Christine at CMD 586. Enjoy her project and root her on, and give her kudos for a job fast done. I mean, dude, look at what she's doing. I'm looking at it right now. It's unbelievable. She went to town. So, yeah, she might be done with this before I leave. She might be done with this next week. Then she'll have a whole month to do something else. Anyway, you all have a beautiful day, and I will check you out later. Bye.